Stupidly expensive things. Jake Paul owns. Jake Paul doesn't buy expensive things to be subtle. He buys them to be noticed. Every phase of Jake's career, YouTube, boxing, business, has come with a new level of spending, and instead of slowing down, his purchases have gotten louder, stranger, and more outrageous. Some of the things he owns feel less like luxury items and more like social experiments designed to see how far money can bend reality. This isn't just about wealth, it's about spectacle. And Jake Paul might be the best in the world at turning money into attention. When promotion becomes a six-figure toy, most fighters promote their matches with posters and press conferences. Jake Paul uses robots. To promote one of his biggest fights, Jake commissioned a massive custom-built robot, standing nearly 8 feet tall. It wasn't a prop rented for a day. It was a fully fabricated machine with LED panels, moving parts, and custom branding designed to display fight visuals in real time. The price tag? Around $200,000. For something that barely fits through doorways and exists solely to walk, light up, and intimidate, that's a wild amount of money. But in Jake's world, spending 6 figures to dominate social media for a few days is just marketing, and that robot was still one of the cheaper flexes. Vacations that look like movie budgets. Jake doesn't go on trips. He stages experiences. One of his shorter luxury getaways reportedly cost $500,000, and it wasn't even his most extravagant vacation. Between private flights, extreme sports, rented vehicles, and curated activities, these trips look more like reality shows than holidays. Night surfing, helicopter rides, off-road convoys, custom setups built just for content. Everything filmed, edited, and monetized afterward. Because for Jake, even vacations are investments. But that was nothing compared to his most infamous trip, a multi-day international luxury escape featuring exotic animals, underwater experiences, supercars, helicopters, and private accommodations, including a room submerged underwater. The total cost reportedly reached 7 figures, pushing the vacation past $1 million. For most people, that's a lifetime of travel. For Jake, it was just another upload cycle. Cars that exist for flex, not function. Jake Paul's garage doesn't make sense, and that's the point. It starts with things that technically aren't cars at all. Custom mini G-Wagon golf carts, built to look like luxury SUVs but designed for cruising his property. Each one reportedly cost around $25,000 for a golf cart. Then come the utility monsters, a heavily modified off-road vehicle costing close to $85,000, followed by a customized high-powered pickup truck pushing 4 figures in horsepower, with a price tag hovering around $150,000. And that's before the supercars. Jake owns multiple high-performance vehicles capable of hitting 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. Exotic Italian engineering, German precision, British luxury, cars that cost more than most houses, collected not because they're rare, but because they're loud. One of his most quiet vehicles is a Rolls-Royce worth over $500,000, built for presence rather than speed. When Jake wants to arrive like a villain in a movie, that's the car. Altogether, his car collection easily clears multiple millions, and that's not counting the vehicles he's given away just for content. Giving away money, like it's content fuel, Jake Paul doesn't just spend money, he redistributes it loudly. After launching business ventures tied to gambling and entertainment, he famously announced giveaways totaling $1 million, framed as promotions but executed as spectacles. Whether or not the money cycles back into his ecosystem, the headlines alone were worth it. He's also donated massive sums after fights, including 7-figure contributions tied to charity initiatives, gym renovations, and community projects. In some cases, the money was used to build boxing facilities from the ground up. Love him or hate him, Jake understands something crucial. Generosity goes viral when it's unexpected. The most expensive first date. You've ever heard of most people struggle to plan a decent first date. Jake Paul rented an entire amusement park. No crowds, no lines, no limits. Just rides, lights, food, and complete control of the space. Foam parties, pool stunts, performers. The kind of setup that feels unreal until you see the invoice. The estimated cost? Around $250,000. That's not dinner and movie money. That's corporate event money. And it was spent on a date. Insane? Absolutely. On brand? Completely. Mansions that look like art installations. Jake's homes don't just house him, they perform. One of his earliest mansions became famous not for its architecture, but for its chaos. Hot tubs everywhere, elevators, gyms, wine rooms, steam rooms, spaces built for content creation rather than comfort. But his later properties turned things up. In Puerto Rico, Jake reportedly spent millions just on customization, not buying the house, modifying it. Outdoor saunas, massive pools, sculptures that look like they belong in sci-fi films, a koi pond that doubles as a moat, walls covered in modern art, and statues that raise more questions than answers. Inside, the house features a massive aquarium, game rooms, custom studios, trophy displays, and enough tech to function as a production facility. The total value? Roughly $20 million. Add his previous properties, and Jake has comfortably parked $30 million or more in real estate alone, flying private and almost paying the price. Jake doesn't fly commercial. He owns a private jet valued at approximately $36 million, a long-range aircraft capable of crossing continents without stops. But owning a jet doesn't make you immune to risk. During one flight, the aircraft was struck by lightning mid-air, a terrifying situation that could have turned catastrophic. Fortunately, the jet handled it, and everyone on board, including Jake and his dog, walked away unharmed. It was a reminder that even at the highest level of luxury, physics doesn't care how rich you are. Jewelry that's designed to troll. Jake Paul's jewelry collection is less about elegance and more about messaging. Diamond-encrusted brass knuckles, custom rings designed to mock opponents, chains celebrating knockouts, watches that cost more than luxury cars. One of his watches reportedly cost $7 million, a piece so rare and complex that it's worn more like a trophy than a timekeeper. He's also worn diamond ear covers purely to troll an opponent known for biting ears in the ring. The cost? Around $250,000, just to make a joke land harder. In Jake's world, jewelry isn't about taste. It's about dominance, spending that actually saved a life. Amid all the chaos, one purchase stands out for the right reasons. After learning that a former rival needed an emergency double lung transplant, a procedure costing millions, Jake stepped in with a massive donation, reportedly $500,000, to help cover the cost. That money directly contributed to saving a life. It didn't come with merch, it didn't need a title card, and it showed that even someone known for trolling can choose impact over attention when it matters. Why Jake Paul spends like this. Jake Paul doesn't spend money the way most rich people do. He spends it like a creator. Every purchase tells a story. Every flex becomes content. Every headline feeds the machine. Whether it's a robot, a jet, a mansion, or a watch, the goal is always the same. Control the narrative. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul has mastered a modern truth. In the attention economy, being outrageous is often more profitable than being tasteful. And as long as people keep watching, he'll keep spending, stupidly, loudly, and unapologetically.